Thank you so much for joining us. Ariel here with Vitality Wellness Center, and I am super excited to share our partnership with Aversio Wellness and Brandy Garden. Please introduce yourself.
Hi there, I'm Brandy Garden, the co-CEO and co-founder at Aversio Wellness, a mushroom wellness company located right here in British Columbia. And tonight we want to talk to you about how we feel the future is fungi. Mushroom wellness, the basics. The topics we're going to cover in our presentation are who we are, what we stand for at Aversio Wellness, all about functional mushrooms, and then we'll tell you a little bit about our products. The idea to found our company came from personal reasons. About 20 years ago, I was diagnosed with arthritis about the same time I became an elementary school teacher. That's pretty young to be diagnosed with a disease normally associated with people who are quite a bit older than I was at the time, 24 to be exact. I was lucky, after 5 years of dealing with that arthritis, to be invited into a study for an experimental medication that I had great success with for the past 15 years. But after a few bouts of skin cancer and then an unexpected and unexplained seizure, I started to do some research into what was happening inside my body. An MRI revealed some white matter activity in my brain that scared me enough to really start looking at what the drug I was taking was doing, and decided to find a way to be able to stop taking it and use something more nature sourced to help with what I was experiencing. At that time, I fell onto some research about lion's mane mushrooms and their way to support neurogenesis in the brain, and that fascinated me. At the same time, my husband, who's an extreme athlete, was doing Ironman triathlon and extreme snowmobiling, dirt biking, and had heard about cordyceps mushrooms being used by many extreme athletes in the world. We met Ariel Jarvis about a year and a half ago now, and she really inspired us to take things one step further, and I moved to a plant-based diet, started using yoga and meditation, and have been completely able to remove pharmaceutical medications from my life, and I have never felt better. We founded Aversio Wellness right here on the majestic west coast of British Columbia back in February of 2020, right about the time that COVID was becoming part of our vocabulary here in BC. And the timing really couldn't have been more synergistic. We are founded by a family of friends who are comprised of professionals in the fields of medicine, pharmaceutical sciences, holistic nutrition, and even mental health. We are proud to be part of a company that we feel is humanity plus. We are inspired by mushrooms and what they do to help our planet and its people, and we want to do the same. All right, the basics. The life cycle of a mushroom. Fungi are often misunderstood. Many people are afraid of them. Many people just think they're a mystery, and our goal at Aversio Wellness is to change that. Mushrooms are so cool, and we have so much to learn from them. They really are the best teachers. First of all, they're not vegetables or fruit or plants of any kind. They belong to their own kingdom, and it is the kingdom of fungi. In the life cycle of a mushroom, we begin with a spore, and this is just like the seed. Think of the seed of an apple tree. The spores are released from the mushroom and go into the ground, where they await favorable conditions and eventually will germinate to have a thin thread-like root called a hyphae that eventually forms with others to create a mycelium under the ground. When we see the mushroom, it is just poking up above as the beginning of the fruiting body, which eventually matures, and that's the part in history that would have been eaten by our ancient ancestors as far back as even 200,000 years ago. This mushroom life cycle continues over and over again, releasing the spores, growing this root system, this mycelium under the ground, and then the fruiting body maturing until it drops its spores, and over again. We think about this as the same as the life cycle of a tree. And in the life cycle of a tree, you have your roots under the ground, you have your trunk, your branches, and the apple is the fruit on the tree. And of course, the apple is the only part of the apple tree we eat. At Aversio Wellness, we feel the same way about the mushroom life cycle. The fruiting body is the only part that we eat, and it's the only part we use to create our extracts in our wellness products. There are lots of different kinds of mushrooms out there, thousands and thousands of species. Some of them are decomposers. We are grateful for these ones in the forest because they're nature's recyclers. If we didn't have mushrooms out in the forest, we'd be walking around through 10 miles high of leaves that would never know where to go. Fortunately, mushrooms create the soil that we walk on and we're grateful for every day. Other mushrooms are edible mushrooms, and we like to use them in our cuisine. We're cooking them up in the kitchen and enjoying them in our vegan or vegetarian meals all of the time in place of meat these days. Some mushrooms are psychedelic and can take you on a spiritual journey, but the mushrooms we're really fascinated by are the functional mushrooms. And this is a rare group, a small amount of mushrooms with healing properties that won't get you high, but have been researched for thousands of years for the ways that they can be used for immunity, used for inflammation, used for prevention of all kinds of diseases. We like to think of mushroom wellness as a way to be proactive about our health. These mushrooms are best when used over a prolonged period of time as preventative medicine. We want to highlight 7 ways that medicinal mushrooms can support your health. They can strengthen your immune system. They give us enhanced brain function, increased energy, supported nervous system, reduced inflammation, prevention of viral infections, and they offer the delivery of antioxidants to fight against free radicals. We use them to create homeostasis in the body and keep disease out of the picture before it begins. We currently offer 4 products through Aversio Wellness. We have Focus, that is a lion's mane extract capsule. Warrior is a cordyceps extract capsule. Chill is our reishi in a capsule. And then Balance is our blend. It is made from equal parts of lion's mane, maitake, shiitake, and reishi mushrooms. And this one is the one that can be used in the kitchen. Adding it to your soups, adding it to your recipes, having it in a smoothie in the morning is what we like to do, or including it in a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, just stirred in there for extra wellness any time of the day. All right, let's introduce you to the mushrooms in these products. My favorite mushroom is lion's mane. I think I like it because it looks like a brain, and it's what I use for my brain. The studies on lion's mane are extensive. There are literally thousands out there that support how it is used for neurogenesis. It promotes nerve growth factor, NGF. This supports memory and mental agility. It helps us to maintain and organize neurons in the central nervous system and helps to prevent cognitive dysfunction. It can also help to protect the stomach and inhibit the development of ulcers because it turns out that we have more neurons in the gut than we do in the brain. Cordyceps militaris is Craig's favorite mushroom. I think he likes this one because the way it supports him as an athlete. It is known for respiratory health and inflammation support. Cordyceps militaris increases ATP, adenosine triphosphate, for more energy. ATP is the energy currency in our cells, so it makes sense that athletes would like to have this on board. Provides support for respiratory conditions by replenishing the lungs, enhances the ability to absorb oxygen during exercise, and prevents and fights against viral infections. But what's really cool about cordyceps is that in the wild, these mushrooms actually grow inside a bug that looks like a caterpillar. We find this in the mountains of Tibet in nature. And when I looked the other day online, it was selling for about $500 for 30 grams of this mushroom. Fortunately, our cordyceps mushrooms are not grown in any type of animal. They are cultivated on a substrate of rice. Master cultivators have figured out how to do this and allow the mushrooms still to grow with all of the bioactive compounds that do the great things that cordyceps do. With our products, the fruiting bodies of the cordyceps mushrooms are removed from the rice substrate before we extract them and put them into our products. So you can be guaranteed that there are no grains in our cordyceps mushroom warrior product.
Reishi is one of my favorite products with Aversio Wellness. It grows on hardwood. It is the mushroom of immortality in ancient cultures. It encourages healthy sleep cycles, strengthens immune system, increases resistance to stress, prevents and fights against viral infections. It increases our natural killer cell activity and improves lymphocyte function. So maitake is also another one of my favorites. It's found in the product called Balance. It is known as the dancing mushroom. It is delicious in culinary mushroom Japanese dishes, and it has a lot of interest in its ability to suppress tumor growth in many forms of cancer. It strengthens the immune system, rich in antioxidants, and has been shown to suppress tumor growth. It helps to maintain healthy arteries and can be taken with vitamin C to increase all of its benefits.
Shiitake mushrooms grow on deciduous trees and are known for their umami flavor, often used as a replacement for meat in vegetarian or vegan dishes these days. But we put it in our balanced blend so that you can use it in your kitchen in a convenient way in a high potency extract. It is in balance, paired with lion's mane, reishi, and maitake in equal parts so that you're sprinkling it into your dishes, stirring it into your smoothie or your coffee, and getting the benefits from it that way. The benefits are that it can prevent and fight against viral and bacterial infections, it's rich in antioxidants, it improves circulation and boosts your heart health, protects against inflammation, and the coolest thing about it is that it contains a compound called letinin, which is actually used alongside chemotherapy and anti-cancer treatments in both China and Japan. So there are many mushroom wellness products in the market today, and I really want you to know that there is a difference. At Aversio Wellness, the biggest difference for us is whether a product is made from fruiting body only or it is made from the entire life cycle of the mushroom. If you think back to that life cycle of the mushroom diagram, the root system that's underneath the mycelium was growing inside grain, and it's really important to us that we don't include any grains in our products because personally, somebody who's looking to reduce inflammation in the body, I've eliminated a lot of grain out of my diet. I don't want to then be taking it in my supplement as well. So Aversio products contain no mycelium, no grain, and no fillers. All of our products are third-party tested right here in Vancouver, BC at SGS Laboratories. We test them to verify the high percentages of bioactive compounds available. Beta-D-glucans are the thing we're really looking for. If you're using a product that does not list the amount of beta-D-glucans on the label, it's likely because there aren't a lot in there. And these products that are produced on a grain substrate with a mycelium sometimes don't have a lot of beta-D-glucans because you're not getting that fruiting body mushroom where all of the beta-D-glucans are hiding out inside your extract. Our products are tested for all of the microbiologies. They're tested for heavy metals beyond the expectations here in British Columbia, so you can be sure the products that you're getting are of highest quality and safety. Our products are all hot water or hot water and alcohol extracted. This is how those bioactive compounds are removed from the fibrous tissues of the mushroom. So our mushrooms are high extraction ratio products, and here's what that means. When you look at the label and you see a 15:1 extract, for instance, in our reishi product, Chill, this means that we started with 15 kilograms of dried reishi mushrooms that were then cooked up in a hot water extract reduction. This is called a decoction, and then spray dried down to give you the 1 kilogram of high potency reishi extract powder that we use to encapsulate to make our product. If you're using a product that is not hot water extracted, that means it's probably just ground up, and that would be considered a 1-to-1 product. So it would take 15 of those capsules to equal just one of ours, and that's why you can be sure that these products are going to be potent when used in your wellness routine. My favorite part, and the biggest difference I think in our products, is the way that we've really committed ourselves to sustainable packaging. Our products come in a glass jar, and we hope that that's the only glass jar that you'll ever need is that first one, and this is because we offer a refill system. So when you're through your first month of product and that glass jar is looking empty, you would simply order or purchase through Ariel on our website a recycled paper pouch filled with the same amount of product that you would tear open and pour inside, and you're off on your way without having to buy another glass jar. And some people think, but glass is recyclable, what's the big deal? Well, the thing is, glass is a non-renewable resource. It might be an infinitely recyclable resource. However, the less we create, the less impact it will have on the earth in the long run. At Aversio Wellness, we are very committed to being good global citizens. We understand that issues like global warming are too much for any one person to take on their own. But as a company, we really feel like we can make a difference by reducing our carbon footprint in any way that we can. And we do this with our refillable system. We appreciate what fungi do for our planet, and we show that we are grateful for the medicine they give by respecting the land and being good stewards of the land. You can see Lila here, really proud to be out being a good steward of the land, learning in nature. She's found her first turkey tail mushrooms right here in Langley on a decomposing log in the forest, where we're teaching her about how important it is to appreciate what fungi do for us. We really feel that they are the messengers of interconnectedness of all life, with the power to heal, sustain, and contribute to the regeneration of life on our planet. We hope that our product system and the quality of our products will inspire you to learn more about fungi and how they are so important to the ecosystems of our planet and the people. A little interesting fact you might not know, our Canadian professional tennis player Vasek, one of our favorites, uses medicinal mushrooms as his secret weapon to stay in optimal health for his training and competition. We have some tennis players in our family, and they thought it was pretty cool when we saw him on global TV giving an interview where he talked about how much he loves mushroom extracts for their recovery, stamina. He talked about his mood. He talked about not being sick and just for the performance boost alone. So when we've got our professional athletes out there using a nature-sourced wellness product for a competitive advantage, that's pretty exciting.
We think mushrooms are absolutely amazing. They can protect your mind, feed your body, and heal your soul. Thank you for watching. Please connect with us on social media, our website, www.aversiowellness.com, or through myself, Ariel, at Vitality Wellness Clinic. Be well.
Be well.